I'm with Joe. This is just too many cooks in the kitchen. Kind of, maybe there's your band name.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Listography. Jason, Joe, and Krams are here, and 2000s week rolls on. As we've done for the previous decades, we are choosing fantasy bands based on musicians from the decade. We are choosing singers, guitarists, bass players, drummers, keyboards optional, whatever else you want to throw in there if you want to go off the map a little. Tough decade, I think. Not a lot of standout players. It was more about bands and songwriters, but interested to see what you guys got.
Yeah, I'd say it was tough too because it's easy to kind of put styles from the 70s and the 80s in a collective group. I don't think there's a lot of stuff that kind of gets all thrown in the same bag here. But I'll kick it off, by the way, sorry. I went kind of basic actually, because it's kind of hard to take stuff that's really psychedelic or folky or weird. So I'm going with just my straight up best hard rock revival lineup here, which Joe might be happy about. I think Joe would love this band. Let's put it out there. I'm going to start off strong with the Joe appeal. I'm going to put Tom Blankenship on bass from My Morning Jacket. Very good bass player. He can thump, he can groove, he can funk it up. He writes really cool parts too. In conjunction with, I think, some of the more underrated drumming of Nathan Followell from Kings of Leon. I think that would be a really cool, just straight up rock rhythm section. I'm not crazy about the drummer for My Morning Jacket. I think he kind of, I like him how he operates live. He kind of anchors it, but I think he's kind of a basic drummer. I think drummer for Kings of Leon is far more interesting. I'm also going to put in from Stereophonics, rhythm guitar and backing vocals, Kelly Jones. I'm kind of doing a Jason thing where I'm going to have a few songwriters here and rotating vocalists. But I think the lead vocalist, who can also play some acoustic guitar, I'm going with Ben Bridwell from Band of Horses. So it's going to have a nice rock sound, but a nice clean, crystal clear, kind of poppy, at least how pretty his voice can be. But then the star of the show, I'm going to say F the songwriting aspect of it, F having Meg on drums. Let's see what Jack White can do just straight up playing lead guitar with this band. I don't know, come up with a name in the comments, some BS generic rock band like Electric Cigarette will do, whatever. Something stupid like that. That's a terrible band name, but you know what I'm going for here. Yeah, I think this would just be a good mid-2000s hard rock band. What do you guys think? You like? No, you don't like?
I was with you until you threw Jack White in there. I don't think he fits that group.
Yeah, I think he'd try and steal the whole show from everybody else and make it all about him. So, yeah, I think I agree with Jason. I'd like to see a different lead guitarist, someone who can kind of fit that a little bit better than Jack.
Let's just get him out and have Kelly Jones do it. Jack, you're fired. You're fired, Jack.
Okay, that's an interesting band. I like that. It's much less weird experimental than I was fearing from you, Kramser. My fantasy band's going to be a weird kind of psychedelic, I don't even Latin influenced. I'm going to go, I had tough arranging people because I have the people I want in here and a bunch of them can sing. Well, two of them can sing. Nah, three of them can sing. So it's going to be tough. But I think on vocals, and he also plays bass, but I got a different bass player in mind. I'm going to go with Troy Sanders from Mastodon. And then on lead guitar, I'm going to go Claudio Sanchez from Coheed. You can also sing, do backing vocals. My lead guitar, however, is going to be Omar Rodriguez Lopez from Mars Volta. I love his style, but he gets a little too I love Mars Volta's sound, but they're just a little too out there. So I think this band can rein them in a little bit, but still get those sweet Santana flavored leads. My bass player, I got to go somebody proggy. So my favorite bass player of this decade is Chris Wolstenholme from Muse, but I feel like Justin Chancellor from Tool is going to fit this better. And on drums, of course, we have Dave Grohl because he's always my drummer. So going some kind of weird 2000s Latin flavored prog metal band. Just totally out there.
I thought Phil Collins was always your drummer.
No, I can't put Phil on this one. He kind of I don't think he played drums at all in the 2000s. I might be able to sneak him in on the 90s list, but I think we've gone too far now.
All right, my band. I struggled with this one. This is a weird group, but I don't know. Maybe it would work. My singer and primary songwriter, someone that I really wanted to get into a lot of my lists in the decade and could never get them into a top 5. Love his voice, love his sense of melody. I've got Zach Rogue from Rogue Wave. On bass, I'm going with a Follow Will as well, but not Nathan. I got Jared on bass. I really like his bass playing. He reminds me a lot of Tina Weymouth, just writes really melodic, catchy bass lines. On drums, I'm going with Ollie Peacock from Gomez, who I think is a really cool drummer. On lead guitar, I've got Nels Klein from Wilco, and I've got synth, keyboards, other instruments, and backing vocals, Anthony Gonzalez from M83. So he'll add a nice layer of texture underneath all of that. So that's my band.
I have no idea how that band would sound at all. Like, I can't even think of what type of music they would play.
Yeah, I mean, it would be weird, but...
Would it just be like a dad rock band like Wilco?
No, I don't think so.
Who's the primary songwriter?
Zach Rogue. I think it would be kind of spacey, like Nell's doing more of like his jazz rock type of thing over those kind of synthy textures with a little bit of groove from the rhythm section.
I'm with Joe. This is just too many cooks in the kitchen. Kind of, maybe there's your band name.
I mean, use your imagination. I think it would work.
I don't even know what Rogue Wave sounds like off the top of my head, so I can't even imagine what this band would be.
As we've done in past videos, we ask you to name these bands as well as choose your favorite. So come up with a name for each group, decide which one you would most like to hear, and of course, give us your fantasy bands from the 2000s down in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, check the description for links to all of our social media accounts, and check back tomorrow for another video. Thanks for watching.